No matter how the cachet of the WNBA elevates, remember, it could have been even better. You messed it up. You messed it.
Caitlin Clark may have just received a massive European offer that could completely change the future of the WNBA forever.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
The WNBA is now scrambling as Caitlin Clark's move to Europe becomes more and more likely. Maybe they should have thought about treating their biggest star with a little more respect. Because now, Caitlin's departure is about to leave a massive dent in the league. Honestly, who is even going to keep watching without her?
She will do her best. I know she's talented, but she's not strong enough and she doesn't have enough experience right now to compete at this.
All season long, Caitlin had to deal with the doubters. People kept saying things like, "You don't have the experience. You won't survive in the WNBA." And yet look what happened. She tore through the league, shattered records like it was nothing, and now she may be walking away, leaving the WNBA behind.
Nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides, not only from...
Analysts believe Caitlin was left with no real choice. The constant fouling, the animosity toward her, the endless targeting, it all built up. Enough is enough. It's time for a new beginning in a league that actually respects its star players and doesn't allow them to be singled out.
The NBA became. Even when Jordan was ascending and the league clearly saw that that was the dude and Nike was marketing the living hell out of Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. It was still Bird and Magic.
Caitlin Clark has reportedly been offered an absolutely stunning contract to play in Europe, and it appears she's ready to take the leap. But money isn't the whole story. Caitlin has simply had enough of how she's been treated in the WNBA. After dealing with constant frustration, she may finally be deciding to leave the league entirely. Her departure could send shockwaves through the WNBA and shake it to its core. Despite the love from fans and her massive impact on the game, Clark has faced serious challenges. She's had to deal with a lack of real support on the court and the league's failure to protect its biggest star. These problems have now led to what may become one of the most shocking career moves we've ever seen. Caitlin Clark choosing Europe over the WNBA. Let's be honest, the league has not always given Caitlin the respect she deserves. Whether it's the lack of protection during games, the non-stop targeting by opponents, or the league's indifference, it's clear she has reached her breaking point. Time after time, other players have gotten away with overly physical play against her, sometimes even dangerous contact. And it often feels like the league has simply allowed it to continue.
Making a basketball argument. You were making a basketball argument.
We're not saying we were making a basketball
No, Andrea, I'm not going to let you do that.
Go ahead,
I'm not going to let you make it seem like Caitlin Clark was averaging 5 points a game. At the time, she was still averaging 16 points a game, which was more than a lot of other guards that made the team. So don't do that. Don't make it seem like she was averaging 5 points and this was like a handout.
No, it wasn't a handout.
Look at her numbers. Look at her numbers comparable to the other guards that were on the team. That's all I'm...
The WNBA has allowed this behavior to continue because they know Caitlin Clark's presence boosts ratings and keeps people watching. A little controversy, after all, gets attention. But for Caitlin, it has gone way too far. The lack of protection has reached a point where it's simply no longer worth it. She's been open about her frustrations, not just with opposing players, but with the league itself. And fans have noticed. Social media has been flooded with messages demanding fairness, safety, and respect for her. Yet despite all the noise, nothing meaningful has changed. The league's apparent indifference has left Clark feeling unsupported, almost as if they simply didn't care enough to step in.
For watching women's basketball right now, it all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize.
And now, after enduring season after season of unnecessary targeting and disrespect, Caitlin Clark is finally listening to her supporters. She's had enough of the WNBA's lack of concern and has decided to take control of her career by walking away. Clark wants a fresh beginning, somewhere her talent, dedication, and impact will truly be valued the way they always should have been. Now let's talk about the consequences. The WNBA is staring straight at a major downturn, and it's happening because they failed to realize just how vital Caitlin Clark was to their success. With her gone, the league is going to feel an instant hit in ratings and revenue. There's no polite way to say it. Caitlin Clark was the engine that kept viewers tuning in. Whether hardcore fans or casual watchers, people showed up for one reason: Caitlin Clark.
That she was getting all of that, yet all of these eyeballs were coming to the league because of her. The Indiana Fever was turning away games into home.
Now that she's leaving, the WNBA faces the enormous challenge of filling that void. Yes, there are other talented stars like Dejounte Carrington and Angel Reese. But let's be honest, they don't bring the same magnetic energy or global pull that Clark does. And that's not a knock on their abilities. They're incredible athletes. But Caitlin Clark was operating on another level entirely. She wasn't just an athlete, she was a phenomenon. People weren't flocking to the WNBA. They were flocking to her. Her fearless shooting, her ability to take over games, her competitive fire, it all made her must-watch TV. Fans didn't tune in for the badge on the court. They tuned in because Caitlin Clark was playing. With her gone, the league is only now beginning to understand the true magnitude of the Caitlin Clark effect. Ticket sales, merchandise, sponsorships, TV deals, all of it is set to take a major hit. And the worst part? It was completely preventable. The league had every chance to support and protect her as the face of the WNBA, but chose not to.
Day viewership, which is up 400% to 40%. Between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%. Between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5.
They allowed the problems to grow, and now they'll face the consequences. Caitlin's departure marks a turning point, one that could change the WNBA's future in a very painful way. They are about to realize just how much they've lost. What exactly has Caitlin Clark been offered in Europe? The reported numbers are jaw-dropping, the kind of offer that makes anyone stop and think. Multiple sources claim the deal blows past anything the WNBA could offer. In the EuroLeague, where stars are treated like royalty, Caitlin is being presented with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Not only will she earn significantly more, but she'll also play fewer games, meaning more rest, better health, and peak performance. Honestly, the decision practically makes itself.
A team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the big.
Europe isn't just offering Caitlin a contract, they're offering her the chance to become the face of an entire league. Picture this. Caitlin steps onto the court, the arena lights dim, and thousands erupt in thunderous applause. The energy is electric, every cheer echoing through the building as she lines up a deep three. But this time, it's different. These fans aren't just there for a game. They're there for her, and the EuroLeague understands that. They're ready to build their brand around her, treating her like the global superstar she truly is.
Do you care?
Europe isn't just giving Caitlin Clark a new court to dominate, it's giving her the platform to become the biggest star in women's basketball. Imagine sold-out arenas packed with passionate fans who cheer her every move and celebrate her talent instead of tearing it down. It's clear that Caitlin is about to enter a completely new level of greatness. This is her moment, and Europe is ready to make sure she shines brighter than ever. But Caitlin isn't the only one exploring new opportunities. Other WNBA players are also beginning to follow the same path overseas. Kelsey Mitchell and Nalissa Smith, for example, have reportedly chosen to spend their offseason playing in China while Caitlin heads to Europe. This trend is growing rapidly as players realize that international leagues offer not only higher pay, but also better treatment and resources. Compared to the WNBA's limited salary structure, the difference is undeniable.
All of this comes together and you need a star.
And she is the
Players like Caitlin, Kelsey, and Alyssa are recognizing the benefits of fewer games, more rest, and substantially higher earnings. For many, the decision to go international is becoming a no-brainer. When you line up the pay, schedule, and overall support side by side, it's easy to see why more athletes are making the move. Meanwhile, commentator Jason Whitlock has suggested that Caitlin Clark should help launch an unrivaled women's basketball league in the U.S., one where the best players compete during the WNBA offseason. His idea is that players like Mitchell and Smith wouldn't need to leave the country to earn a proper income. Instead, they could make great money at home in a star-filled league built around rising talent. This whole situation should serve as a massive wake-up call for the WNBA. If the league doesn't reassess how it compensates and supports its stars, it risks losing many more top players in the future.
Molly, I said...
Really, Molly? Wow.
What makes this situation even more shocking is that the WNBA didn't seem to make any serious effort to keep Caitlin Clark. There was no huge contract offer, no public push to retain her, nothing to show how truly valuable she was to the league. Instead, they simply let her walk away, and that decision is staggering. Caitlin had the potential to become one of the biggest names in American sports, a once-in-a-generation star. Yet the WNBA allowed that kind of powerhouse talent to slip right through its fingers. For a league striving to grow its audience and establish itself globally, losing Caitlin Clark is a monumental mistake.
Clark, it seems like this entire season, she was the solution for so many things, but so many players, coaches, media people, so many people were also painting her out to be the problem. She could never do enough. She could never speak out enough. Her fans were the issue. Fever fans were the...
The WNBA is almost certainly going to regret this. The Caitlin Clark effect was real. She brought in new fans, boosted ratings, and created excitement like no other player in recent memory. She was becoming a household name and injecting life into the league. Now, with her gone, the WNBA must face the harsh reality that it is no longer the automatic destination for the world's elite talent. Other leagues are stepping up, offering better pay, better treatment, and lighter schedules. With Caitlin Clark gone, the WNBA's claim to being the premier women's basketball league is officially under threat. It will take serious work to recover.
Basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so...
Caitlin Clark's move to Europe is about to reshape the global basketball landscape. For Caitlin, this is a golden opportunity to compete in an environment where she will finally receive the respect, support, and compensation she deserves. She'll be treated like the superstar she truly is, both on and off the court, allowing her game to grow on an even bigger stage. For the WNBA, however, this is nothing short of a disaster. They are likely to see declining ratings, reduced revenue, and shrinking fan engagement. Their failure to protect, support, and properly value Caitlin Clark has cost them one of their brightest stars, and now they must live with the consequences.
You guys think people would prefer to watch? Caitlin Clark shooting three-pointers from the logo and sinking them, or Angel Reese doing two-footed layups? Like, y'all are so desperate to make her so relevant. She's just lucky she's in the same draft class as Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark's departure represents far more than one player switching leagues. It symbolizes the WNBA's ongoing struggle to retain top-tier talent when overseas leagues offer better money and better treatment. The real question now is simple. Can the WNBA recover from losing its biggest star? Or is this the start of an even bigger crisis for the league?